that happen, that's okay, you know. If you go and play just a little bit more, you might be able to do it.
I might, yeah, no, I do want to beat this game. It's like as soon as you figure out that you just don't kill anything and you just save ammo and just run past everything, like it's just a lot of fun.
Well, good. Yeah. Anything else?
Voice acting was incredible, by the way. Thank you for telling us not to skip cutscenes.
It was important. It was very important.
It was great.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a blast. I think we're actually getting a pretty huge change for the next game. It's not going to be anything like anything we've seen so far. Like, we've had a theme going. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Sorry, deal with it. That's okay. I'm excited for this. So thank you again, Dolewolf, for playing. Go enjoy your afternoon. You took first place. Thank you, Wizard, as well, for choosing this game and doing a great job helping with commentary.
All right. Good luck to all of our future victims, and congratulations, Dolewolf.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh yeah. Well, today, I think we only have one way to wrap up. Huh. Okay, that was actually a different person than I expected to be choosing today. Am I... Yeah, I actually had the wrong person up. So, shh. Don't listen. Don't listen. I'm changing stuff. I believe that I have the right game, at least. Let me change who I was going to reveal for the Game Master, though. Okay, there we go. I should have everything right, because per what I'm seeing here, the person choosing the next game, I'm not getting bad. No, I get everything right. You know who else gets everything right? Tristan. Tristan, come on in. Come join. By the way, as we take a little bit of a breather, thank you, T. Murdoch, for gifting a sub to Natara, and Silvermoon for gifting another sub. Actually, a few subs there. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, Tristan.
Hello.
Well, I'm pumped to have you back. You always make me laugh with that image that you have. What even is that game called? I can't remember.
Hachiemon.
Yeah, Hachiemon. Seriously, so adorable. So, it seems like, you know, we've had a lot of games that focus primarily on humans, but we're stepping away from that a little bit with this one.
That is right. I believe that humans have had their time, and it is time for them to step back and let the small woodland creatures rise up.
And the very small ones, I would say, you know, not just average-sized woodland creatures.
Well, yeah, you're beating around the bush a little bit, but, yeah, indeed.
So I just want to make 100% sure that I'm not mistaken, because that is what I have seen in the Discord, is that we've got a lovely, beautiful game called Impossamole coming up.
That is correct. Probably, unfortunately, for our racers and maybe half of our audience.
People are like, what? Yeah, we've got a mole-based video game today. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's just fact.
Oh, cool. I sniped a Royal Blue Wizard pick, which makes up for the fact that Royal Blue Wizard sniped my Cyber Shinobi pick.
Oh, good. Good. Vengeance. I like it.
Absolutely.
So, what system is this for? Is this...
So, the box art I sent you is for the Atari ST version, because it's just that strong, but we're going to do the TurboGrafx 16 version for the race.
Okay, TurboGrafx. One of those systems that we actually started getting quite a bit during the third Kusogr4nde, and, you know, it still has plenty of games left to offer for us.
Yeah, definitely. I think I brought in a couple of TurboGrafx titles when I was GMing in Kusogr4nde 3, and it's just kind of exploded from there.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, who's doing audio for us, by the way?
Full Lizards volunteered to do audio.
Oh, good. It's just good to have many lizards. What would happen if I were full of lizards? I would probably go see a doctor, not gonna lie.
I don't know. A goose full of lizards would be something I've never seen.
I'm not a goose. Oh my gosh. Trying to start drama?
I start drama everywhere I go.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I actually had a list of about 15 games that I was going to rotate through, and I said, I have enough, I don't have to go hunting anymore. And then one of my roommates walked into my room yesterday and said, you know, you need to try a couple of these other games. And, you know, I actually misclicked and loaded this up instead of one of the ones that they recommended. So thanks to them, kind of.
I feel like this game has been talked about. Like, I've stumbled across this game before, but I think this is one of those that I might have considered, like, enjoyable. I can't remember. Honestly, no, I hated this. That's right.
Were you about to say enjoyable?
I was thinking enjoyable, but I'm starting to remember what this was, and that I was like, wow, this looks miserable. Oh, Mike made me
yes.
play it. Yeah, that's right.
It is pretty miserable. I'm expecting the first 60 seconds or so to result in multiple racers just dying, and then, you know, once we figure out how things go, we'll see. But
Wait,
it's pretty miserable.
we had Mission Impossible today, and now we've got Impossamole. So you still are on theme.
I just take the theme in my own direction.
Oh, I like it. Okay, you made me happy. That's dumb, but...
This is much worse than JJ and Jeff. Yes, much worse. JJ and Jeff was my kind pick in Kusogr4nde 3. After my
JJ and
softball last week, a bunch of people told me, "Hey, that was way too soft. You need to, you know, bring out the crap." And I've brought out the crap.
That's what I like to hear. No mercy. Well, let's go ahead. I am pushing this live. Here are the 4 players. The 4 people who are going to be entertaining us today. Full Lizards, Kusogr4nde, Yagamoth, and Kevin. Those are our 4 people, so get ready for Impossamoles.
I am just trying to get the multi-twitch open because I changed browsers, and as a result, I have to recalibrate my JavaScript blocker.
I love it. Okay, I'm currently checking with the players right now because they all have the game up, and I believe they're all ready for this beautiful, beautiful game. Just waiting for Yagamoth to confirm. Now, if you are one of the players, you should not be listening to the sound of my voice. You should not be in my chat. You should just be in Discord getting ready to roll.
Is this better or worse than TG16 Darkwing Duck? I would give Darkwing Duck a 1 out of 10. This may be a 2.
Oh no! I'm doing the countdown, by the way. Send your best vibes. Send no Beavis. Keep the Beavis to yourself, okay? Not allowed here. And as soon as I see movement in a stage, I will start our timer. And so we begin in the Orient, it looks like.
Yeah, this is very much a 90s game in its rendition of the East, and this would probably not be okay in 2019, which is one of the reasons why I thought this fit in Kusogr4nde. The first thing you're going to notice is you have the attack range roughly equal to Nasir from Lagoon.
Oh no.
If you don't use it. So, if you don't like kicking things, you gotta pack the heat. Unfortunately, guns have a very limited ammo count, and you have no indication of how much ammo you have. So you go to pull the trigger and they disappear.
That's not particularly good. Oh yeah, I do remember, I don't know if I actually played this. I watched this a little bit.
You only watched it and you had such strong memories of it. That's impressive.
Yeah, I figured as soon as we were gonna hop into the game, I would probably remember this quite vividly. I played it, well, I don't recall actually touching the controller during this. Here's the deal, Tristan. Every once in a while, Mike Uyama was like, hey, let's go play a game, and then he would play it. Because he got so excited about his bad video games.
So, a little bit ago, you saw Julo pick up one of the first objectives in the game. In every stage, you have to pick up a series of scrolls, and when you get close to one, instead of doing something rational like pointing an arrow to it, it center prints this text. It says, "Get the scroll, Monty," over the screen and has the text flash. Rather than do something rational and not distracting. But at least you know you're near a scroll.
That's good. Kind of dumb.
Like I said, I would have just put an arrow on the edge of the screen myself, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when the rocks fall, when they land, their hurt box remains active, as Julo just discovered. Oh, I should have told them how to continue after death. You have to actually hit start when you die, or Monty will just lay there forever.
I think they'll figure it out.
Why am I author blue? I am not author blue.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I think of other mole-based video games, like Monty on the Run, for example, and he's actually kind of adorable. What's that?
Part of the same series.
Oh yeah, it is. But he was adorable in that. Here, kind of little chubby dude. I don't know, I can't really see his face too well. He's got I don't know, I'm just not impressed in the cuteness factor here.
You can see his face in the top right, actually. The health indicator is 3 faces of Monty that get sequentially more damaged as you take damage.
Those are kind of cute. I can dig those.
Yeah. It's also the least sensible health indicator I've seen next to the one from Genocide.
Especially since when you take damage, your face just gets covered in bandages.
Well, it's pretty small, but you do kind of get like a black eye and then little bits of like cartoon violence and then the bandages.
Oh yeah, look, I see blood.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you would think that's your lives indicator, but it's not. That is 1 life when all 3 of those disappear. And then your lives indicator's in the bottom.
Okay. A little odd, but it's doable. Yeah, he's the new Doom guy. So, what overall is your goal? This is Impossamole. Your goal to get stuff in Flex?
Overall, your goal is to get 4 scrolls in each stage, and then reach the end of the stage on the right side of the screen, and that sends you to the next stage. There's 5 worlds. Each world has 2 stages and a boss in it, which, oh boy, the bosses. You can imagine fighting a boss when all you have is this little tiny, like, quarter of your hitbox kick is gonna be fun.
Gotcha. What's at the bottom left of the screen?
That is your super power or something. There is one of the pickups you get, which is looks like a soda can with an S on it. As you pick those up, your kick gets stronger.
Ah, okay. No, Monty, no! Well, sorry, I was watching Yagamoth, and he kinda got boosted backwards quite a bit.
That's gonna happen a lot. What finally cemented this as a Kusogr4nde worthy pick for me was the second stage of this world, which is just basically spike hell, and then they intentionally put obstacles to boost you into the spikes.
Oh no. Okay, I like it.
It's gonna be a hot minute or two before we see that because, yeah, our racers are already having trouble with the first stage, and I don't blame them. But once they get the hang of it, we should see some progress. There goes Kevin getting boosted into Spike Hell.
Find the scroll, Monty. Isn't it nice that they actually allow you to see below your... Oh, wait, no, they don't.
They do not.
So, we have plenty of blind jumps in this game.
We will see very many blind jumps, yes.
So nice of them. I do like these sort of sumo guys just perched on top of the house.
Yeah, like I was saying, the portrayal here of what they call the Orient is a little stereotypical.
Tiny bit, yeah. Little teeny tiny bit. Oh, Yagamoth is almost dead. I'm very concerned that he's gonna die before getting the last scroll.
It's very possible. Down here, where he's heading into the final tunnels of this stage, is just full of mean tricks, like rocks falling from the ceiling and these little tiny corridors. Now, what he does
Full
not seem to
heal.
realize... What's that? Oh, yeah. Burp. What he hasn't seemed to realize yet is you can actually see the rocks that are going to drop because they're not part of the background layer, they're individual sprites. So if you look closely, you can see rocks that are going to fall on you.
Now, he's backtracking right now, but there was actually more to do, I believe, down there.
That's where the end of the stage and the final scroll is, so if Yagamoth is down to one scroll, he needs to be going that way.
He was able to damage boost back out of there, though. I love it. Unfortunately, this cloud is dealing a lot of damage. Look how evil that cloud is. Okay, full lizards. Has 2 of the kick power-ups. I believe they're looking for one of the scrolls up here. Not sure there is a scroll, but hey, you gotta look everywhere when you're a mole.
Absolutely. We just got to watch Cabin get bounced back and forth between 2 of the fallen rocks, where they were not able to get into a position to actually kick them, which led to some fun and some damage, and Cabin takes the lead by exiting stage 1-1.
Nice.
One thing worthy of mention is that usually you're able to do the 4 worlds in any order, but since we're doing a race, I went ahead and standardized the order for our racers. Just so Cadus doesn't have to do like 4-dimensional calculus to figure out who's winning.
Oh yeah, good idea. I think having a set stage order is fine, and this is the one that I believe I saw the most at RPG Limit Break when I may or may not have played this.
There we go, bounced into the spike pit. So what you have to do when you fall into these is hold jump and move toward the edge of the pit, and you'll eventually just bounce out. Kevin did figure that.
Ooh, that's a death for Kevin, but that's fine.
So in that first hallway, Kevin went from full health to dead, just because of how rude this one corridor.
Yeah, this is tough. I also like how the rocks will hurt you even after they fall. Okay, Yagamoth.
You can still kick them, but they'll hurt you.
Yagamoth figured out with one of the blind jumps here. Yeah, you gotta kick it. Gotta kick it. Oh my gosh. Yagamoth, so much damage.
Yeah, this is not good. There we go.
One more hit and I think he's gonna die, so he needs to go. Gotta hustle. And...
Yep, one more hit.
Oh, and he's through. Wow. One more hit and he would have had to do the whole stage over.
So, Kevin took a game over. Unfortunately, game over in this is a full kickback to title screen. There are passwords, but you have to beat a boss to get a password.
Ah, gotcha.
So one thing that a couple of our racers have discovered now is that when you defeat an enemy, it turns into a box you can pick up and throw at other enemies. Oh, Yagamoth is getting the bounce. The thing, though, is the boxes don't want to stay in your hands. If you jump, they slip out of your hands. If you hit the ceiling, one slips out of your hands. It's not very helpful or useful. Also, you have to kick them into the air and then move under them to catch them.
Yagamoth tried to hop on a boulder in order to get through the pit. Unfortunately...
Star, this is your new speed run.
Oh no, Lizstar. Like, I know that all of us make pretty poor choices here, but you don't have to do that.
I am just kidding, but it would be amusing to see.
So, I have to ask you the question, where do you believe this game was developed?
Germany, I think it was. I was reading about it, and I do not remember.
It's a British video game development company called Core Design.
Yeah,
So-
I was about to say, I can say with a relative amount of certainty it was not Japan.
Nope. Eventually, the studio was acquired by Eidos. For a while, they did merge with US Gold,
Oh, good.
which, you know how they are.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
So, after taking the game over, Cabin has gotten back through stage 1 relatively quickly,
Nice.
which is what I figured would happen. Except the rocks are giving them the business.
Yeah, once you figure out where all the scrolls are, it definitely helps a lot. Oh, full lizards, taking a lot of damage there.
That is the name of this game, taking a lot of damage.
Yagamoth took another death. This is his last life. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't die now. Conserve that health.
I also want to point out that when using the bazooka, the rockets hit the enemy, and then, like, instead of exploding, the rockets turn into a hammer that actually hit the enemy.
Uh-oh.
Because I guess explosions are too violent or something, I don't know.
They're not... Like, your face turns all bloody in the top right. I don't think they have to worry too much about violence. Like...
Cabin has about 14 mice on their screen right about now. Or did.
By the way, I do know that some viewers are going to be familiar with other games this company made, such as Rick Dangerous 1 and 2, which we actually had on Kusogr4nde as well. They worked on a lot of the Tomb Raider games, actually. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. They were acquired later by Eidos. They made the Super Nintendo Hook game, or no, I guess the Genesis and Sega CD versions of Hook.
They have quite a strong pedigree. Not necessarily a good one.
No, not the best one.
Cabin gets to see the title screen again. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. They have one more life.
Oh wait, Core made the original Tomb Raider, so they actually made some good Tomb Raider games too.
Full of Lizards is ready to find the exit if they can get out of being ping-ponged between two rocks.
Get out of there! Okay, yeah. He should be fine. Just make that last jump. Good. Good. Full Lizard's moving on. Yagamoth is actually doing relatively well with health. It looks like he has about half of his health left. Worried about the scrolls, though. I'm not sure how many scrolls he has left, but he nabbed an extra life. And so, yeah.
Yagamoth was one of the graduates from my group in Kusogr4nde 3, so I'm not surprised to see him doing relatively well.
Yeah, he's tended to do pretty well in the past.
Yeah, we have a history. He graduated from my group in group stages, and then I actually ended up eliminating him in finals. It's and then I ended up giving him this, so I'm pretty sure he hates me by.
I love it. That makes me happy.
Yeah, the clouds are indeed platforms. Some of them just rain on you and kill you. Yagamoth is on his last life and has 2 scrolls left.
Yeah, that's a little bit rough. I don't know if Yagamoth's going to be able to clear the stage this time. Kevin is getting back in this, and he has 3 lives left. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, the important thing, considering that Yagamoth is on his last life, is to find and remember where the scrolls are, because I'm pretty sure even if he were to finish this stage, the boss would have something to say to him. Now, if one of our racers manages to beat the boss, they get a password that marks the Orient as complete, and they never have to come back here again.
Oh, nice.
So that's the big...
Yeah, as soon as they're able to get that far, and just be done with it, that'll be fantastic. Never having to come back to the Orient again. At least this version of the Orient. Oh! I love the juggles that happen in this game. They're so good. Kevin.
Yagamoth
Yeah.
managed to avert disaster by picking up a 1-up, so they're a little bit safer now.
Good. I'm glad that the game at
Meanwhile-
least alerts you when you're close to a scroll as well.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of the method they use to do it, but at least they do it. Meanwhile, Kusogr4nde is getting close to the end of round 1. Oh wait, no, they don't have any of the scrolls. That's unfortunate. And
Oh,
let's see,
no.
Full Lizards is in round 2 of the first world, it looks like.
And that's a game over for Full Lizards.
Oh no.
Happens to the best of us. Back to the Orient.
So here on Yagamoth's screen, they're getting a little bit better at hiding the falling rocks. Not much better. Oh no!
I like the sound effects. They're not good, but they at least stand out. They're not just the most generic sound effects. They're...
The music is trying. The sound effects are kind of trying.
Yeah, they're kind of trying. I'd say that they're not great, but they're not absolutely offensive, especially for this era of video games. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Yagamoth is trying to climb out of this hole, and I'm not entirely sure you can do that. You might be able to.
So the person who composed the music for this game composed the music for another game that we love here, Weird Dreams.
Did I tell the racers there's a stage select? I did. I told them that they have to do stage select in a specific order and use password.
Oh, yeah. So far, it seems like everybody is starting to get the grasp of what to do in this game. And as far as I can tell, I'm trying to remember from when I played this. Oh, Yagamoth has completed the stage. Moving on to the boss then?
Yes. So, you get all of your weapons stripped away when you get to the boss. Time to fry a little more.
Well, that's not very nice.
So, the boss is this worm dragon thing, and you have to kick it in the head.
Does the body have any collision detection, or is it just the fireballs?
It is just the fireballs, and Yagamoth has figured that out quickly.
Yes. Ooh. And luckily, he has plenty of health to deal with this.
It disappears surprisingly quickly, but yeah, he's as well off as he's going to be for this for a first attempt. He's also discovered that you can kick the fire for some reason.
You gotta put it out. Don't
Doesn't
just
put
let
it out, it
fires
just damages it. I don't know.
damage the fire until it gets put out. Seriously, you in a forest, you see this tiny little fire right next to a whole bunch of grass and trees. You should go stomp it or kick it or do something, okay? Don't just let it run rampant. If you have a water bucket, that's even better.
This is supposed to be Japan. Why is this a Chinese dragon? Because the developers basically just threw together a Far East stereotype
No,
for the
this
first
is
world.
the Orient.
Pretty much. And hey, every dragon I know, if you kick them in the head enough, they'd die. So
Yagamoth is through the boss.
check out that dance.
Wow, that's a good dance.
Now we need to make sure that he gets the password. I was very explicit in telling them how to get the password, so hopefully he gets it.
Wow, that's a long password. Okay.
Unfortunately, but he now never has to go through the first world again.
Nice. Good, good, good. Okay, Amazon jungle time, huh? Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yes, so there is some light flashing here, just as
Yeah,
a
come
warning.
on!
Not nearly as bad as my last pick, but they simulate lightning and thunder.
Okay. Oh yeah, your last one had tons of flashing. That was beautiful.
Yagamoth just got... Oh, wait a minute. No, you know what? That was intentional, I believe.
I think it was. He wanted to get a fresh start. Now, my question, does the password keep the lives that you had?
You know what? I did not check. I don't believe so.
Okay, fingers crossed.
These passwords are easy compared to Guardian Legend. You have a point, but that doesn't make it much better. I guess the unnecessarily complex password makes, adds to the Kusogr4nde quality of this. It's a little unfortunate. Now, I was wanting to find a way around it, but the only way I could think of was to allow our racers to skip a level from New Game once they beat it, which, in the unlikely event that we got all the way to the end, would have been a problem.
There's no reason that the password needs to be this long. Like, none at all.
Password boss is a harder boss than the dragon.
Yep.
TGL is an amazing game, but its passwords are really long. But it has a lot to save.
Okay, there we go. Yagamoth, 0 lives.
Oh no!
It does save the number of lives you had.
I did not tell them that because I didn't think to check it myself. Oh no.
I love it.
Well, we're gonna have to let our other racers discover that because Yagamoth sunk some time into discovering it.
Oh, for sure. Okay, Yagamoth got a scroll. All the other players are still dealing with the Orient, I believe part 2 of the Orient. And hopefully they're able to get through this and get to the boss. And the boss isn't too hard, you just gotta figure out what to do.
Yeah, the main trick to the boss is figuring out that the boss itself does not have a hurt box. As far as I got in testing the game, Kate, it's always 4 scrolls, yeah. Do we know why defeated enemies turn into eyeball sandwiches?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm really curious about the lore of this game as well, because, like, it's very much a game that somebody made and had him traveling the world collecting scrolls for some reason. Let me see.
Yeah, well, we have another racer on the boss.
So this is the 6th, as well as the final game in the Monty Mole series. Yeah, Kevin fighting the Chinese dragon. Luckily, it looks like they quickly learned that the dragon's not going to hurt you with its face.
So, Bersentia, the situation Yagamoth is in, what would you do here? Would you reset and try to get through with more lives, or would you try to gain some more intelligence on what the second world is like first?
I would probably keep doing this stage. It looks like Yagamoth is going to be going to the Orient. I would keep going with 0 lives and at least try to find if there is any extra life in the stage. Because if so, that would give me enough hope.
That is a good point, actually. There is at least 1 extra life in the first Amazon stage. I found it myself.
Okay.
So you would probably have the right of it based on that. I can definitely understand Yagamoth wanting to get through with more lives, though.
Yeah, I can't blame him. I think making this decision early on is probably the best way to do it. If he had made more attempts and just couldn't make any progress and then decided to do this, that would have been a huge setback. But now he knows where all the scrolls are in the Orient, so it should go relatively quickly. Kevin is on to the Amazon as well.
So you have this hesitation from our racers here, because I was really explicit in saying you need to get this password. And most of these racers haven't played a TurboGrafx before, so they have to think about what button is button 1.
Yeah.
It looks like Kevin is going to reset and put in the password, and is also going to discover the password saves your life.
By the way, I did find the story for the game. If you're wanting to hear it.
Yeah, I had looked it up. Go ahead and convey it to our watchers, our viewers, while not Full Wizards, Jewel Ninja takes on the boss.
Alright, fight, Jewel Ninjas. So here's the story. Monty lay back on his sun lounger and contemplated his situation. His previous adventures had financed these last few years of utter bliss. He had everything that a mole could want. His own island in the sun, more money than a mole could ever spend. Paradise. Listening to the clear blue sea lapping at his furry feet, he surveyed his surroundings and saw nothing but unspoiled beauty. In the last few days, thoughts had appeared in his mind. He somehow missed the days of his adventuring. Monty closed his eyes and decided to take 40 winks. Then the sun seemed to dim on his eyelids. Just a passing cloud, he thought. But within seconds, the whole island was shrouded in darkness. Opening his eyes, he saw that the island was covered by one large cloud. From the cloud, rays of light beamed out which swirled and darted over the terrain, as though they were looking for something. He saw a ray of light advancing towards him and felt, quote-unquote, butterflies erupting into a frenzy in his stomach. The light settled on his shivering body, smarting his eyes with its searing brightness. Then the voice came, Monty Mole. Monty had been... Yeah, I know. Woo! Monty had been teleported into an alien spacecraft and found himself in the presence of 2 shadowy figures. "Who are you?" asked Monty. The reply came, "You need not know. You are the chosen one." "What for?" replied Monty. "You have been selected to vanquish the 5 guardians." "What
So
5
Julo-
guardians?" Oh, go ahead.
Julo just beat the first boss with 4 lives.
Wow, that's actually really huge. That's going to be extremely helpful.
Yes. I'm sorry, you can go ahead and continue.
"You need not know. You are the chosen one." "What for?" replied Monty. "You have been selected to vanquish the 5 guardians." "What 5 guardians?" Monty replied. "The ones that stole our sacred scrolls of internal life." Internal. Not eternal. Internal.
Yeah, the scrolls of internal life are really important for like your gut flora.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if you have... You know, it's sort of like those pills that you get at natural grocers, you know, that just help restore the bacteria there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're for. I mean, moles have really horrible digestive systems as it is.
Oh,
so, you get the internal life scroll to sort that out. Now, the problem is when you need to sort out your gut fauna.
Yeah, that would be rough. Okay, so the ones that stole our sacred scrolls of internal life, without which our planet will not survive. Sounds exciting, thought Monty. But how can I defeat these guardians? We will give you the use of our sacred superpowers. Use them wisely, little mole. Apparently the superpowers are just guns.
The superpowers are being angry, kicking things, and using firearms when you're a mole, yes.
That's cool. I didn't know that America was full of superpowers.
Well, never mind.
Okay.
I had a hot take for a moment, but I'm just gonna leave that one on the floor.
Oh yeah, go ahead and leave it there. Well, move on. Oh, apparently each level contains food and supplies to help you on your travels. You may find a friendly shopkeeper. Spend your money wisely.
I do not believe the TG16 version has the shopkeepers, or at least I did not find it.
This supposedly, I don't know if this is for the TG16. I don't know.
I believe you found the Amiga manual if you looked up a manual, because that's the only manual I could find.
It doesn't actually say which one it is. It does say loading instructions.
It's the Amiga.
Yeah, that should be the Amiga. Okay, we'll live. Oh, we get to fry little mole.
Yep, full lizards on the boss.
Yagamoth, by the way, is doing a pretty good job at conserving lives this time. I'm feeling that going back, I'm not sure if it's going to help or hurt.
I believe it should help. It's a little unfortunate because Yagamoth was the first to get through the first world, but he did so with the lowest number of lives and had to go back, and it looks like now at this point, practically everyone else is going to pass him up. But he has the chance to catch up.
Yeah, he's definitely not out of it.
Not by a long shot, no.
And he's got 5 lives moving forward, so that's pretty huge. He's being a lot more deliberate about all of his movement.
Julo and Full Lizards are not aware that passwords save your lives yet, so if we manage to get past the Amazon, that could come back to bite them later on.
It's true.
See, this music is pretty banging.
I enjoy it, yeah. It's a little repetitive.
Well, it's boss fight music. It's supposed to be a little repetitive. Kind of, anyway.
Okay.
It's not supposed to last very long. This guy takes forever to take down, though, just because you get a time when he's going to shoot his fireballs.
I like chat's theory that what you're doing is you're just looking for an ancient alien probiotic yogurt recipe.
Absolutely.
Oh, and there we go. Full Lizards does the dance. And they are through. It's a good dance.
Yeah, I love that dance. So that is everyone past World 1, with the exception of Yagamoth, who had to go back, but Yagamoth has seen World 2.
Yagamoth is just trying to get through with a decent number of lives. 3 is definitely going to be enough. If this game will be kind enough to him.
So in the meantime, Kevin has been trying to soldier through with the one life they had from their prior password. I don't know if that's working for...
I don't know. Ooh, I'm enjoying this music. This is good.
Yeah. I'm also a fan of these plant monsters who are kind of a throwback to Audrey, kind of. Except they walk around on their roots in this posture that looks like they're just about to punch somebody.
Yeah, they definitely look like a little shop of horrors. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Fool Lizard's got a lucky throw with that box enemy. It just managed to put it into the water so that the fish died, and then they respawn, so whatever. Do all the enemies respawn pretty much as soon as they get off-screen, or the area where they are is off-screen?
Pretty much. There's a couple of situations where you can end up infinitely spawning enemies, practically, just because you keep pulling their spawn point on and off the screen. I believe Kevin had ended up in that situation before where there were like 8 mice on the screen.
Wow, Fool Lizards is just getting hit left and right, and that is a death. Okay, Yagamoth taking on the boss of Stage 1. Yagamoth again was in the lead, but is falling back a little bit.
I think this will do a lot of good for him coming into the second world with 4 lives. So one mechanic difference in the Amazon versus the first world is the rocks that fall here are a little bit more obvious visibly, but when you kick them, instead of being eliminated, just going off screen, they begin to slide like turtle shells. And there's one specific area, Full of Lizards is in it right now, where if you kick one of the stones, it's just going to bounce back and forth there forever, and you can actually end up just getting infinite comboed by it.
I love it.
Especially that one little gap that has the pit with the rock in it, and then the ladder, because you have to make contact with the ladder for a couple of frames before you can climb up.
Yeah.
And if you have 2 enemies in there and a stone bouncing back and forth, you're just not getting out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. You know, Yagamoth is back in this.
Absolutely, yes. The dance animation is strong.
It's honestly, the dance animation almost makes up for the gameplay. Oh my gosh, Full Lizards kicked a block and it just bounced back and went on his head. It looks like Julo actually has 4 scrolls, so they may be able to complete this stage.
Excellent.
With 2 lives left, that's actually pretty good.
I believe all of our racers are using screenshot to screenshot the password, yes.
That is allowed. Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, I tend to be pretty permissive with things. As much as I can prevent resetting, the better. Hey, Julo did indeed get out of stage. So we get to see stage 2. Julo's actually in pretty good shape with 3 lives, you know, because 0 counts.
Okay.
So, you know, maybe we'll get to see the second boss pretty soon.
Oh, that would be awesome. Let's see what Julo is able to do. Yagamoth taking a death, but still 3 lives left this time. Yeah, it
These little
seems.
snakes are adorable.
Oh, let me see you. They're okay.
They're okay, alright.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of snakes to begin with, so.
Julo is dead, unfortunately. Womboed by the brick.
Yeah, it's not too surprising. Like, the cutest snakes that I have seen so far have definitely been in Bakabon.
Yes.
Those ones, super adorable.
So Yagamoth is doing his first real attempt at getting through this section of the first level of the Amazon, and we're seeing that even though he's being careful, a lot of these bricks just fall on you from off screen. It's just not fair. So he's taken a lot of damage and lost 1 life and about to lose a second already.
Yep,
just because
there
of
we go.
cheap shots from off screen.
It's pretty rude. Okay, he's got 2 scrolls remaining. Now the thing is, I know Yagamoth has been a really strong player before. I'm wondering what's going to happen towards the end of this attempt. I feel like he's got a good chance of starting to make a comeback. Full Lizards, though, has also been involved in Kusogr4nde for quite a while. So both of them have pretty strong experience.
At this point, I would lean toward not resetting to try to get more lives. Just whatever you got is what you got to go with. So,
Oh yeah.
hopefully we see some life conservation out of the people in the front. Granted, no one has to reset except maybe Cabin, because Cabin is the only one who has an Amazon save that does not have full lives.
Yeah. There we go. Kevin is through that stage.
Excellent.
Moving on to part 2. I'm really curious what the boss of the Amazon is.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Oh, good. And Yagamoth taking a death right there. Wow, this level's just rude.
It is. I'm glad everyone has made it here.
It's so mean!
So you can see there, Julo was using the bubble cannon to shoot the tribesmen or something up in that narrow corridor, and it wasn't really doing a lot because all the bubble cannon does is encase your target in a bubble and slowly start to float them toward the top of the screen. When they hit the ceiling, they go free. Now, if you manage to have them hit the very top of the screen and not hit anything, they will be defeated at that point. But in that narrow corridor, it does practically nothing.
Yeah. Is there any way to switch from the weapon to a kick?
Yeah, the select button switches between weapons.
Okay, gotcha. Julo is near a scroll. They're gonna need to get it. I'm
It's up
worried about
there
Cabin, though.
above them. So
What's
they
it?
get the prompt to pick up the scroll, but it's not accessible from where they are. They have to go around.
Yeah, not surprised it's a maze.
Righto, there is a stage select. The first 4 levels are... There is a progression of difficulty, but you can just go and do any of the first 4 in any order you want. I have instructed them to do the recommended order of just doing them in order, so that we can compare.
Yeah, that definitely is helpful. Oh! Julo taking a death. I think they're gonna have to do the whole water maze again.
Full
Oh,
Lizards
nope. Good.
Full Lizards found the exit, but was stopped by not having all the scrolls. So they're gonna have to go back and find what they're missing.
Find the scroll, Monty.
Yeah,
Here we go.
indeed.
Yagamoth has 1 scroll remaining. Julo is hopefully getting close to the scroll. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, Angry Monkey. Why is the mole as big as the monkey? I don't know. But Angry
It's a
Monkey
super
was
mole.
just upset. Super mole?
Yeah.
I mean, after you've been through so many adventures, I imagine you would be a little bit more of a hardened mole than most others.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Gotta find the exit now, Yagamoth. And once you do, you will be done. Oh, that was a good damage boost. I don't think it was on purpose.
No, I don't think it was. I did, yeah, that damage boost. I seem to be a few seconds behind you. The damage boost off the monkeys may have been intentional, I don't know. But the death certainly was.
Yeah, I feel like he was gonna die anyway, just with how much health he had there.
Yeah, but he's in a position to pull ahead. He just
Yes.
needs to get into the second level and make some solid progress.
There we go, stage complete. Moving into the second part. Looks like Kevin got a game over, gonna be having to enter the password in again.
Yeah, Kevin is still running on a password that leaves him with 1 life, so at this point it's a little bit too late to try to go back and improve it. You just gotta go with it, but it's definitely hurting them.
Oh, jeez. I just love the combos in this game. They're so strong.
Yeah, like I said, I got into the second stage of the Orient and just got infinite comboed against a bunch of spikes and decided this needs to be in Kusogr4nde.
Yeah, essentially. Oh, Yagamoth dying to the stationary ice block. The most fearsome of all ice blocks.
He stubbed his toe, and that was it.
Well, he is a mole.
Full of Lizards is just trying to climb a ladder and just can't do it because everything keeps knocking them off.
Okay, Yagamoth is getting a note that there's a scroll nearby. Oh, and it's to the right. Yeah, obviously he can't get that yet. Okay. Looks like Full Lizards is in the same place as Yagamoth.
Yep. Everyone is pretty close together. This is anybody's game right now.
Oh boy, okay. Honestly, I have no idea. I still have no idea who's gonna win this match.
No, this is good. We're at 12.5 minutes remaining, and in that 12.5 minutes, any of our racers could pull ahead.
Yep.
I would lean slightly toward Julo just by merit of them having more lives right now, but I believe they just recently took a game over, so I think they're a little bit further back than everyone else. I'm not certain. This all looks the same.
Yagamoth tried to get in there without taking damage.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't think you can get past that ice block without getting hurt. Like, ever.
He's trying so hard. No!
This game is totally unfair in some ways.
Yagamoth tried so hard to get past that block, and it just was not there.
Actually, are they ice blocks or are they... This isn't ice. This is the Amazon. There's no ice in the Amazon.
I think they're just bricks in the temple ceiling. Yagamoth kicked a block in this narrow corridor. That was... Oh,
Took a little
that
bit of
cost him.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is so good. Not the game, the match.
This is definitely a good match. Oh, if you kick the block while it's falling, you can get it out of your way. Okay.
Yeah, you've got to get it while it's falling. Once it's on the ground, you're taking a hit.
Yagamoth, no health left. And the bush with eyes killed him.
Those bushes, those McDonald's fry creature knockoffs are not fun. They'll take... Kevin also took a death just now. Both of them are on 0 lives, as is Full of Lizards.
Yeah,
And
it looks
Full
like
Lizards takes a game over.
Julo is heading to the boss, by the way. That's what it looks like.
It
That's-
does look that way.
1 death, but not a huge deal. He's got this life and 1 extra life.
Yeah, that does set them back a little bit, just on progress, but if they have all of the scrolls, they just gotta get to the end. Now, finding where the end is a challenge, because there's no indicator unless you get there. There's no, like, sign that says, hey, this is where the exit is. You can't just go anywhere to the right side of the screen.
Yep.
Like, in one of the Orient levels, the exit is just in a random bush, and you walk off screen in midair.
Seriously?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that. I love it.
Yeah, it's up in a tree, and you stand on a platform, and you walk to the right off of the platform and just kind of keep going.
Hey, Julo is through, moving on to the boss. Julo is definitely in the lead. You
Indeed,
cannot
and the
leave
boss
the
of the
forest
Amazon-
alive.
The boss of the Amazon is a bunch of angry trees.
What jerks.
Yeah, having gotten to the root of the problem of the Amazon, you come up against treants who spit fireballs at you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Joel has at least kind of figured out how to take the boss out. Now we just need to see if he's gonna do it safe.
Yeah, it's just, you know, if they could leave him alone, it would be very helpful rather than shooting all these red orbs here.
Now, if Jula does manage
Wow.
to take them out, they will be able to branch out into the third world at least. And there
Well-
we go, dancing time.
A full of lizards getting poked all over the place. Yeah, Julo is on to the third stage here. Probably going to be taking a screenshot of the password and moving on.
Absolutely. So, where we sit right now, Julo just moved on to World 3 and is not going to have to go back. I did instruct them on how to change worlds, so Julo should be able to switch over to World 3. Yep, there.
Wow, Yagamoth is heading to the exit, by the way. I think they may have pulled into second place. I'm not
Yes.
100% sure, but yeah.
Kavis is confirming that. So where we sit right now is Julo is on World 3. Yagamoth pulled into second and looks like is running on 3 lives right now. Full Lizards just took a game over a couple of moments ago, and Kevin is still running on that 1 life continue. But seems to be in third.
Oh boy, ice level. That has to be fair.
The ice level has penguins, that's all that matters.
Well, the penguins are awesome, but it also has ice physics. And then swimming that doesn't hurt you? Yeah, I find that realistic.
It looks like Julo is in just kind of make progress mode. They're moving at a
Yep.
pretty decent clip. That is a good mode to be in with 7 minutes left.
Agreed. Just go right. There we go. Yagamoth on to the boss. Let's see.
Awesome.
Does it give you a full heal? It does.
Yeah, ending a stage gives you a full heal.
Yagamoth
So
is
Yagamoth
taking a
gets to
lot of
kick some
hits.
trees.
Yeah, luckily this boss seems relatively straightforward.
Yes. The bosses are somewhat the merciful part of this, at least up until the final boss. The final boss is just... Well, we're not going to see it, but it's inexplicable.
Uh-oh. Wow, Yagamoth is just getting wrecked by this boss. There we go, a death. Julo did a fantastic job, though, on this boss previously. Yagamoth
Indeed.
doing attempt number 2 against the trees. I think Yagamoth is kind of in rush mode at this point. Everybody should be in that mode just about now.
That's a good mode to be in. We are down to 5 minutes.
I like that really slow-moving red orb on Yagamoth's screen.
So, it does seem like whatever math they use to do angular shots takes into account how far away you are. Like, it tries to do a Zeno's Paradox thing here and crosses a certain percentage of the distance to you every frame. So if you're, like, right on top of it, it can actually fire an orb that remains completely stationary.
By the way, Yagamoth is moving on to the next stage. The trees are dead. Usually
Yeah,
not the
Yagamoth-
happiest thing, but...
If Yagamoth motors it, we could see a lead change in the final couple of minutes. I have not been watching Julo to see how many scrolls they've picked up, but scrolls are going to be our secondary metric for... Yeah, Yagamoth didn't even screenshot the password, I don't think. He's just
Wait.
going.
You can kill the penguins. That's not very nice. Okay, when you said that there were penguins, I got all excited, but you didn't tell me that the penguins would be killed.
Well, you don't have to kill the penguins.
You have to kill some of them, they're right in your way.
Well, don't look at it as killing them. Look at it as kicking them into a higher plane of existence.
I'm helping you. Stupid penguins. Oh, Julo is getting really close to getting a full game over.
Yes. But Julo does have a password right here, so...
Okay. Good.
Kevin just
Julo
put the
has
game
one
over on
scroll
roll two.
remaining. Yagamoth has to get 4 scrolls to take the victory. I don't see that happening.
It is a little unfortunate. It looks like a large amount of the match was decided by the fact that Julo just exited the first boss with a lot of lives. Because Yagamoth had to go back and do the Orient again.
I mean, having good gameplay early is definitely helpful in that, you know, he was able to make it this far without really having to worry too much about lives. Yeah, you never know exactly what's going to decide a match, but definitely exiting the first stage with tons of lives helped.
It looks like Julo took a game over.
Yep.
So they may have just set their high water mark, because Password Boss is going to be like 30 seconds, and then they're going to have 2 minutes to make further progress.
I don't think Yagamoth is going to be able to get any... He might get 1 or 2 scrolls, but I doubt that he would get any past that.
Well, mole, the measurement, it doesn't have an E on it, if I recall correctly. Or does?
And the sauce is called mole. I mean, it could be Impossamole.
It could be impossible.
You're just trying to get to the end and make a really delicious chocolate sauce.
You know what? I would be very much behind that quest.
So would I. I want to support this. Everybody
Alright,
who's
so
watching...
there's-
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's the game over for Yagamoth, so I think first and second are decided. Third
believe
and
so.
fourth are up in the air a little bit.
A little bit, but I don't know exactly how many scrolls Kevin has gotten in this stage. And full lizards. Okay.
I think it's the right way to go to not softball the first matches. I think we're going to continue on this trip.
To not softball them? Well,
Yes.
I think it really depends on the game master, which is part of the fun. You never know who's going to choose, and you never know what they're going to do. But yeah, today we've had a whole mix. I feel like the first game was the most enjoyable game of the day, and I want to play it because it's basically Tintin, except you're killing dinosaurs instead
it
of
looks like
just dying.
Yagamoth has tapped out because we are so close to the end of time. I think that's fine.
Well, we've got 5 seconds left.
Yep. It was a very strong showing from Yaga.
True. Well, we just hit the hour mark. That means it is time.
Alright, so it looks like we're looking at Julo taking first, Yaga taking second, and if Cadis's order is correct, it's Cavern and then Full of Lizards for third and then fourth.
I believe so. That's what it looks like we have. Holy cow, what a fun match. I really enjoyed the people were able to be in first and then in fourth and still managed to come back to second place, like Yagamoth. That was impressive.
Full of Lizards has a question. I'm gonna just convey it to chat. Does anyone else love Falling Rock? Kevin loves Falling Rocks. There's some words that I can't repeat here.
No, like, if you even ask Mario from Mario 64, he says, watch out for falling rocks. That's not something you want. Okay, watch out. Be sure to dodge as many of the rocks as possible. So let's see. If Julo wants to join, they are more than welcome to do that.
They are currently plugging in their microphones, so they should be along in a moment.
I love it.
This is the final match for today, or is there another one coming?
This is it. I hope it's it. I'm hungry.
You hope it's it.
Oh, yep, that's it. But you know what? We have 4 matches tomorrow starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think... Let me look. I'm not going to tell people who the GMs are. Oh, it's going to be good.
Oh,
it's
there's
going to be
Jula.
good.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Too bad. It's a good game.
Now, was it a good game?
There was quotation marks.
I enjoy the hesitant nature of your voice. Yeah, you did pretty well, and I think that the deciding factor, Tristan and I went back on this quite a bit, is that after you left stage 1, the Orient, you had 4 lives left, which the password saves the number of lives that you had, so that ended up being highly beneficial for you.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unpleasant surprise. I don't think anyone thought of that, including me.
I didn't even notice that. I'm just like, hey, passwords. I'll keep that in mind. See if it does anything.
Yeah, so you were, I think, 3rd or 4th out of World 1, but you exited World 1 with a lot of lives. Most people had to go back, Yagamoth at least had to go back and redo the Orient, and that's when the lead changed.
Yeah, Yagamoth was in the lead, but then jumped back, I think, to 4th place at one time. Managed to come back to 2nd. It was cool to see all of those changing orders in this, and I enjoyed it. But once you took the lead, you pretty much held on to it the entire time.
That's quite shocking since I had to go back for a scroll, I think twice in the Amazon.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody was backtracking quite a bit. Oftentimes, if you run into an issue, other people are running into those issues as well. It ended up working out for you. So, congrats. You haven't been in Kusogr4nde before. Have you done any blind matches against anyone previously?
I was in the mystery tournament that just went by.
Oh,
so I've done a
sweet.
few blinds.
So you've got a little experience with that. Awesome.
Nothing with quite so janky games, I'll admit. Most of mine have been pretty good.
Well, okay. Good to know. But yeah, you're going to go up against other people who generally took first in their matches. You're going to have some pretty tough competition for your next match, just so you know.
Some pretty bad games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's like an awesome combination.
it's what we love. But yeah, congratulations on your win today.
Oh, thanks. It was unexpected to win.
But you did it. Yeah, anything else you'd like to say before we start wrapping things up?
I'd like to know where the power-ups were beyond stage 1, because I found none.
Tristan?
Very well hidden, usually very far up in the corners of the level.
Oh,
That's
that's
awful.
nice. Thank you, video game, for being convenient. Oh, yeah, it is always... I don't know, because you don't have a lot of time to go hunt for things, that can be very inconvenient, but there's your answer.
Oh, it's the answer I hope not for, and I just missed them, but oh well, GG's.
You made it through without him. You're fine. So, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start getting things ready to go and host somebody else. So, thank you, Kusogr4nde, thank you for choosing the game today. I appreciate that. I appreciate this fun match. It was a blast to watch.
Yeah, thanks for having me. That was a really good match. GG to everyone who rated.
And I do want to say as well, and I do enjoy that echo, and hopefully we'll go ahead and have fantastic matches tomorrow. Come on back. Thank you, Bob the Ever-Living, for subscribing using Twitch Prime. I appreciate everybody who supports either by watching, by sharing, or those who are subscribing or dropping bits. Thank you, everybody. You have been fantastic and honestly a huge help here. So let's go. Who are we gonna raid? Who? I'm looking. That's Mario. That's... Okay, I think I finally found somebody who is possibly playing something bad. I'm not sure what this is. We're going to raid Tea Party Cthulhu. They're doing the 12-hour challenge. Do we have a good raid message?
Time to fry, little mole.
Time to fry, little mole. Ooh, I like that. Time to fry, little mole. Go tell Tea Party Cthulhu that it's time to fry, and I will see you all tomorrow. Don't worry, we have months of Kusogr4nde in the future. Thank you again, Kusogr4nde.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.